the
we have one game. We have one game tomorrow. That's what we're focusing on. That's the schedule. We have one game.
Go ahead, Haley.
So what is the focus for tomorrow then?
The focus is to play our brand of softball. What you got to see tonight is credit Virginia Tech. They came out and they executed. And I am very confident that that was not the team that we know who we are. Defense is what lost the game tonight. And unfortunately, we put ourselves in too big of a hole to be able to take ourselves out of it. But once again, I believe that we're better than that. I don't know if, well, I know that that's not who we are. We have the experience to be able to play the game. It was unfortunate to see, but I think the best part about it is we still have it tomorrow to be able to come out and play one game.
Go ahead, Tara.
Hi, Kelly. Keely Richard. She was dealing tonight in the circle. She had all of her pitches were working. What are you going to tell your hitters coming into tomorrow? Is it going to regroup? And, they've seen her a few times now. They've gone through the lineup. They've been able to see her. What's your game plan tomorrow in terms of that hitting the hitters? Because it was difficult to get the bat on the ball against Keely tonight because she was impressive.
Yeah, I actually just met with my team and this is what I believe to be true. Anytime you face a pitcher for the first time, they have an advantage. We've never seen them. You can see it on film. You can have people tell you about it, but you still have to get out and execute. Same thing for them though. They hadn't seen Rachel Garcia and they came out and they executed a game plan. With that being said, we did get stronger through the game. We did have better at bats. Not everybody, but as a group, we were able to manufacture some runs, slow the game down and take that rise ball and put the balls in play. So, I think with that is what we are going to go off of as far as, we're going to go take a look at a little film tonight, put ourselves in a position to get a good night's rest, come up with a game plan. And that is our job tomorrow is to execute a game plan against a pitcher we now know a little bit more about.
And then the one bright spot I would say would be Jenavee Perez and her pitch hit single to left. What was that decision to put her in there? And it's good to see her back out on the field.
Oh, huge. Well, it's been an interesting year for V. She's been in and out and has had a lot of things out of her control as far as just being healthy. But the cool thing is, she wasn't even in uniform last weekend, and this weekend she is feeling much better, and you could obviously see what she could do. But she's had limited at bats. She's already proven that she could take some time off and come back and play the game. So I credit her with her maturity and her experience and her willingness to do whatever she can for this team. And you got to see a little bit of that tonight.
And then last question for me, we saw Rachel start off and give up a few runs, and then Megan came in, hit by pitch, but then she came back with 3 strikeouts. That's got to be a good sign in terms of having Megan come in and kind of reverse the roles where it's almost like, Megan will start and Rachel will come in. What did you see in Megan tonight?
Yeah, it was huge. I think with that, the way that Megan came in and, that's Megan. Megan is she's a fighter. She's got a big heart. She's got a lot of adrenaline pumping. And, she dosed a batter trying to come in and do more. And, I kind of did a little shout out to her to slow it down and show me that you can do this. Cause this is technically Megan's first postseason as far as being in there. And so proud that when she settled in, you got to see what Megan Faramo is all about. So experience gained tonight. She gave momentum to the team, which allowed us to come back and put 2 runs on the board. But it's something that, for me, I've considered and say I'm not surprised because I've seen her do it all year, but to do it at this time was obviously big. And that gives us a lot of confidence going into tomorrow.
Great. Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead, Haley.
We saw Bubba Nichols come in at center field in the game. How did that kind of affect the team? And are we going to see more of Bubba in this postseason?
Are we going to see more of Bubba? Yes, she's limited with what she can do. Defense, she was able to get in for a couple innings tonight, and that's all she was cleared to be able to do. So that was a positive. So, today was today. Tomorrow, once again, as I tell you guys always, it's a day by day with Bubba. But the plan obviously would be to give her the opportunity to get in, and we'll continue to see how she can impact the game. As far as your question on how to impact the team, huge. Bubba's a huge part of UCLA softball. She's a huge part of she's a big part of our confidence. She's obviously a skilled player. To have her go down was not it was not a great day, but to have her come back and be diligent with her rehab, and credit UCLA med, the whole medical department, the doctors, the training room, the physical therapists, everybody for putting her in a position. Our goal was to get her back to make sure she could be in the Olympic, to play for the Olympics and Coach Erickson. But for, if there's an opportunity for her to play with us, and that's going to do nothing but build confidence for this team. So that was tonight. We'll see what tomorrow brings.
Any other questions for Coach? Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Stand by for Jenavee Perez. Okay, questions for Jenavee Perez. Go ahead, raise your hand. Go ahead, Cassidy.
Hi, Jenavee. How did it feel to be back on the field today, and how great was it to be able to contribute to your team in such a big way?
It honestly felt really good to be able to be back out on the field and be able to produce for my team. Obviously, it was a very tough game against Virginia Tech tonight, so being able to come through for them and clutch up, it was a really humbling and really good feeling.
Go ahead, Haley.
So your coach was just telling us, hi, by the way, your coach was just telling us though that, last week, like you weren't even in uniform. So, I mean, what were you doing last week at this time, and what was your role on the team at that point?
Last week I was doing my best to try to pick pitches or just find any way to be productive and help out my teammates to, whether that was trying to pick sequences or, see grips or, just talk to them about little adjustments that could be made, or trying to give them their reminders that I usually talk to them before the games and they'll be like, hey, can you remind me this while I'm up to bat? And then I'll usually take that role. Last week going through a little bit of back issues. So I'm just really glad to be back and just be able to be in uniform with my teammates this weekend. So.
Any other questions for Jenavee?
Yeah. Hi, Jenavee, Tara.
Hi, Tara.
Great to see you back on the field.
Thank you.
So in terms of this team, you've got loads and loads of experience. You've played in high pressure situations. You've kind of, you're a veteran on this squad. What are you going to say to this team, especially the younger ones that necessarily, haven't been in a position like this? What do you say to them to get them ready for tomorrow as one of the older players and veterans on this team?
I think just constantly reminding them that no matter what, someone's always going to have their back, whether that's me or any of the other people that are on the team. And just reminding them that they are here for a reason, just like how I have to remind myself sometimes. Just reminding them that, you've got some good stuff. So just keep using it, and, just trying to keep them being that, I hate to say it, that motherly figure and that loving person of trying to just keep them up and keep their spirits up. So it's definitely gonna be along the lines of that.
Great. Thanks so much, Jenavee.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Jenavee? Okay, thank you, Jenavee.
Thanks, James. I'll see you outside.